Tandy here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Okay guys, so today hope you're excited because I've been waiting a long time to be able to try and plant these, and today I'm going to be showing you the process of planting and harvesting Luffa Gourds. A lot of our seeds from Premier Seed Direct, and these are the Luffa Gourd seeds, about 120 seeds in there. So yeah, hopefully we're going to get some really nice loofahs that we can become beauty products, so sponges and everything. So I'm really excited. I've seen a few videos on these. Check out the links in the description for some of the videos that I've watched on processing these, because I've gotten a lot of tips. So this is going to be my first time trying out Luffa Gourds, and we're going to see how they germinate out here because it's very hot as well. And then hopefully I'll be able to show you the drying process and then the harvesting and the processing of the loofahs, the sponges themselves. So yeah guys, let's get started. Okay guys, so this is our general mix for the trays that we're going to be using. The mix is 20% manure, 10% compost, and then the rest is soil. These are about 120, is it 100?
120.
Okay, so there's 120 of these squares, so we're just going to now busy and plant these seeds up. So now they're just making the holes for the seedlings to easily go into. Okay guys, it's too extra. Okay guys, so this is the whole tray planted. Apparently there was 102 seeds in the pack, but now we're going to cover and water. The soil is actually already moist when we put them in, and then we're going to cover them up now and then water, and then hopefully in a couple of days we'll see some germination. Hey guys, so it's 6 days after we have planted the gourds, and they are now germinating. Okay guys, so it's the next day, and as we can see, the Luffa gourds have started to pop out and properly germinate. Okay guys, so it's been about 13 days since we planted the Luffa Gourds. As you can see, there's pretty good germination. At the moment I would say roughly 80–75% germination. There are still new ones kind of budding. So we may leave it a few more days just to see if any more come up, but they are beginning to make true leaves, some of the older ones. But as you can see, you do have some that are still germinating. So we'll leave it a couple of days. I might just go through the tray and weed. Take out these pesky weeds. Okay guys, so I think I've just noticed something. I think something is coming in and eating the seedlings. This is the stalk of a seedling, and this is a stalk of a seedling. So we've got a culprit coming around and taking seedling heads. It may be the birds. Sometimes we do leave the door open, so we may have to close it because it seems as though something has been eating the seedling, so where the germination isn't 100%, maybe that might be the cause. So today is the day we're going to transplant the Luffa Gourds. Yeah, they're creating true leaves. So it's time for them to go into their bags, so I'll show you that process. And yeah, today, as you can see, we're really happy that it's overcast and raining, because it hasn't rained properly here in 6 months. and it's literally been 42 degrees for the last 10 days. So this is very, very welcome. So really happy about that. So yeah guys, I'll show you now the process of transplanting them into smaller bags.
This Loofah is very good plants.
They are, huh?
Very big.
So big, and look how big the true leaf is.
But last week it was just only 2 leaves.
Yeah.
But you see this week it's just
so fast. Hey guys, so just give you a bit of update. It is the 16th of January. Obviously these guys were planted the 30th of November, so it's been a month and a bit, and as you can see we have some very, very big vines, so they have to be transplanted in the next couple of days, which they will be. So as you can see, the vine, making the vines, and this, the plant of this is origin here. So you can see that it's very long. So yeah guys, these are going to be transplanted in literally the next couple of days. So today we are about to transplant the gourds, and we've just finished building. We've only been able to build half the trellis. I'll show you the trellis now. But yeah, this is the trellis fence that we built for the gourd. And yeah, and we are in a desperate situation to plant the Luffa gourds because they are literally vining out of the bags. So as you can see guys, the vines are actually attaching to the net. This is all the seedlings. So yeah, it's a bit of an emergency. We need to actually separate them and put them in the ground now because they're vining all the way up. Okay guys, so this is how we built our trellis. These poles are about 2.4 meters. Obviously it's sunk in the ground, and the mesh that I bought is about 1.2 meters. Obviously we couldn't afford, I would have loved to have got a 2-meter fence, but we had to kind of make do with what we could. So we built these wires, and then we've straightened up these poles as well so that they're in line, because they weren't in the beginning. And then we just attached this mesh. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't that expensive. It cost about, it's probably going to cost about 100 British pounds. And to get the wire mesh, which was the expense this time, because these poles and these straining wires were already here when we had the lettuce, if you guys remember. So yeah guys, we're just lining up the holes, filling them with our Kickstarter. Each hole gets about 250 mil, and then yeah, as you can see how big vine has gotten. It's huge, and so now we're gonna have to start training the tendrils up onto this, and hopefully it's gonna be sturdy enough. We've reinforced it with droppers, and we may need to add more droppers in the future. Okay guys, so we're actually going to be spacing them 1 meter apart for the majority. We kind of decided on that as a happy medium. There is a lot of literature online about how far to space them to get a high yield. So I'm going to actually try 2 methods because we're going to have more plants than this. It's about 14 meters, this space. So in this row we've got 13 plants, and they're spaced 1 meter. They're spaced 1 meter this way because they're going to share this fence, and they're spaced 1 meter this way. And on this side now we're just measuring up 500, so basically 2 feet. We'll play on this side. So we're going to see what the difference is in yield. We're going to see if there is any difference when you plant them closer together. We do expect them to get very big. So yeah guys, we'll see if that spacing has an effect, but we've kind of gone for a happy medium of 1 meter. Because the vines are so long, we're already just trying to attach them and get them to vine these tendrils. So you can see I actually just placed one. I've just literally placed that, and it's already curling around the fence, and it's literally been about 5 minutes. So hopefully the rest of them will curl. We've attached these ones. We're just attaching them, training them up this immediately. Hey guys, so I am by the Luffa Gourd, and this will be the last in the summer season of an update on the Loofah. So yeah, so definitely growing them from seed has been an experience. We've had a couple of issues along the way. I'll go over them with you now. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see in the video, but here, there, we have the vines already going over the fencing, and they're searching up for more fencing, but there isn't any, so they're just gonna have to go over, or hopefully they will meet these and be able to kind of go over and kind of lay over it. As experiments go guys, we're going to see with spacing, because as you can see we've put these closer together than these, so we'll see how that affects the plant's growth. And we've also going to leave these ones in bags, basically there was enough space, but it's also an experiment to see how well the Loofah grows actually in a bag. But as you can see guys, these Loofah in the bag were taken, well, they were brought outside after the temperatures reached 50. So there the temperatures fell to about 38. And Loofah does like warm weather, but it doesn't like, you know, stupidly hot weather like 50 degrees like what we had, or like things like 48, which we had on a regular. So what we can see is that the transplants are doing a lot better, more better than the ones that were transplanted earlier. Now these ones are growing, so they did survive. As you can see at the base, it's very sparse, but all the new growth is looking a lot better. So we're hopeful, I'm very hopeful that they'll survive. The ones closer together, the ones, and these were smaller when we transplanted them, are doing a lot better. We should have noticed that here, that if this plant is small, it can handle the heat or the cold a lot better than if the plant is kind of at an adolescent stage. But otherwise, like, we're getting some beautiful leaves now, nice dark green, not these kind of cooked white ones. Part of me thought it was mildew, but actually it's actually just literally burning. We did put the neem oil on these, so we're going to continue with neem oil as fungicide. And hopefully by the time that I return, because I'm actually going home, I'm going home tomorrow, back to the UK, and I'll be back in about 6 weeks, and hopefully by then we will see fruit. I might get my mum to send me some updates if she sees any buds with fruit, because at the moment there aren't any fruit buds that I can see. Oh no, I lie. There's one right there. So there guys, I believe this is a fruit. I could be wrong, could be just a flower. I'll check before posting, but I believe that that is a very interestingly shaped fruit which has been pollinated, I believe. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm right, because I would love to see the fruit actually form before I go, but if not, then it's fine. By the time that I come back, you can see we've got quite a few. These very interestingly shaped fruit. I believe they're fruit. If I can find a flower and see if that can confirm it. So this is what the flowers look like, and I don't believe that what we were looking at was a flower unless it's actually a growing tip. So yeah guys, I think that we have discovered the very first fruit. So yeah guys, I definitely put this down as a successful first attempt at planting loofah. The plants are alive, which is always a good sign. It seems like they're actually growing fruit, which I have to confirm because I've never seen the fruit stage. So we'll see, and I'll confirm in this video. And then I'll have a part 2 where hopefully when I come back in about 6 weeks, there definitely will be fruit. And then I'll show you basically the second half of the process, which would be growing obviously a nice big fruit, as well as the harvesting. So we're going to be waiting for them to dry on the vine, and then harvesting them dry, and then peeling and processing. So it may be about a 3-part video where I'll show the growing and then the harvesting and preparation for the actual loofah themselves. And I might actually try cooking one, because I know that you can eat them. So yeah guys, thank you so much for joining me on this part 1 of growing Luffa Gourd from seed. Yeah, definitely successful. I'm very excited about what's to come. So in a couple of weeks time, basically for you guys, I will have a part 2 when we are looking at a field full of Luffa Gourds. Okay, thanks for watching guys. Please remember to comment. Have you ever grown Luffa Gourd before? Did you know that Luffa Gourd was grown, that loofahs were actually grown in the ground? Because I thought they were sea creatures. I didn't know they were actually something that you could grow on the ground. Let me know your experiences with the loofah. Ask me any questions guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in part 2 when we finally have some beautiful big loofah.